I'm Kevin Meehan. Let's discover the truth about health. Come join me on this journey. The term cholesterol has received a lot of negative attention, particularly in the media. The term itself has become so negative because of the misconceptions of what cholesterol is. Cholesterol is a lipid that is extremely important for us as human beings. It makes up the very structure of our cells, produces various hormones, and even vitamin D. So right now, it might be a good idea to look at cholesterol in an entirely different light and really look at what it is in general and how important it is for our health. When we look at the definition of cholesterol and lipoproteins, I think it's important to understand the function of both. We're going to illustrate this simply. Lipoproteins are defined in different categories. Low densities have a tendency to float like this in an aqueous solution. High density lipoproteins will sink, hence the nature of their definition. And what this means is that the low-density lipoproteins are capable of holding more fat, triglycerides or cholesterol, and the high-density are able to hold it in a different fashion so it can be transported out of the system. This simple illustration gives us a general idea of understanding the definition of the different types of vehicles which carry the cholesterol to specific areas in our body. One other subject that's very important to understand is the difference between cholesterol and triglycerides. As an example, the more foods you ingest that are high in cholesterol doesn't really affect our blood cholesterol levels. On the other hand, triglycerides are pure fats. Those are influenced dramatically with diet. It is the triglycerides that really do most of the damage in our system because the byproduct of the triglycerides liberates certain components that injure the interior lining of the vascular system. So even though we see dietary changes affect lipoproteins, which once again are not cholesterol, we have to understand that diet greatly impacts the pure blood fat levels within our plasma. And in this situation, it is triglycerides. So when we're talking about lipoproteins and their function, a good analogy would be looking at traffic, the different vehicles that compose the traffic, from trucks to small cars. Each one has their specific functions. Just like lipoproteins, we understand that these different functions comprise different biological conditions within our system. Imagine if a disaster occurred and the vehicles that were required to take care of that disaster weren't available. The current medications that we see that are directed at lowering lipoproteins or cholesterol are controversial for two different reasons. One is their negative impact on the liver and the kidneys. And number two is their ability to slow down the delivery mechanism, lipoproteins in this case, that essentially bring cholesterol, the reparative structure or lipid, to various components in our system. It's important to keep in mind that cholesterol makes up the cell integrity. It gives us the ability to produce hormones. Vitamin D3 is an example. And most importantly, it delivers the component that repairs the process that has occurred in our vascular system, such as through various damaging impacts from homocysteines or blood fats. So we really want to keep in mind, is this really a reasonable process in which to take care of our health? I've developed this composition with multiple health directives in mind, from the health of cholesterol or lipoproteins to body mass index. The universe is whispering to us at all times. Are you ready to listen?